Hey, it's a Humble Collector here, and today's video, we're doing a little bit of a 500 subscriber special, along with some updates about the channel, kind of some stuff I have going on. But yeah, as you can see here, we have crossed the threshold. We're at 503 subscribers right now, as of time of filming. By the time I post this video, come Monday or Tuesday, I might have a few more. You never know. But yeah, it's really exciting. We're halfway to 1,000 subscribers, which is a pretty big deal. And yeah, I just can't thank you guys enough for subscribing and watching the videos. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, so I guess first things first, kind of look at where the collection's at the moment. My room is, I'm out of room in this room, as you can see. I mean, we got stuff kind of stacked up everywhere. And most of these items were purchased prior to this past year. I bought a couple of bigger items this past year, like the Pervitin case that we have here and the SS helmet that's over there. But for the most part, it's been a lot of death cards over this past year. And I think I mentioned in a few videos, bought a house. As a fixer-upper is kind of expensive. So doing all these repairs and things, painting everything, had to put a new kitchen in because the old kitchen was completely gutted. Had to do completely new floors on the main floor and the upstairs of the house. And yeah, just with all that going on, it was hard to justify spending a lot of money on Militaria, and death cards are on the cheaper end, so that's kind of why you would see a lot more of those lately. I also find them interesting. They're probably one of my favorite things to collect. As we can see here, my backlog of cards, there are probably a few hundred in that stack, ranging from rather basic cards to some more premium ones. But yeah, so I'm eventually going to get through all this backlog, but I also keep buying more. I have quite a few that are kind of lined up here, ready to do videos on, like Max Wimmer here, who, I'm looking here, couldn't find his information on Ancestry. But yeah. I got a few cards there. And yeah, just, so yeah, I'm going to actually cut over, give you guys a sneak peek of the new collection room in the new house. It's not done yet. And as I'll explain over there, there's a reason I haven't moved everything yet, but we're getting there. So soon we should have the new collection room up and running, so I'll go cut to that. But yeah, this is what's eventually going to be the new collection room. Apologies for the mess. I'm still doing a bit of the construction and stuff around here. But yeah, this is eventually going to be it. It's about twice the size of the old room. I'm not showing you this corner behind me because there's a bunch of boxes. But basically, I'm showing you a blank white wall. But yeah, basically the plan eventually is going to be get some new shelves, have like World War II stuff over in that corner, World War I over in this corner, maybe eventually put my Ukraine stuff on this wall, and that's how it's going to be eventually. Now, the problem is with the new floors, repainting everything, completely redoing the kitchen, AC got pushed to the bottom of the list. So, filming this at the end of August, actually, hopefully the same day this goes up, and is currently, I just got home from work, it's about 4 in the afternoon, and it is 84 degrees in my house, hence you can hear the fan that I turned on in the background. But yeah, AC, very nice to have, not a priority at this point, and I'm not going to bring my collection over here and let it swelter in the heat for a couple months. So, my current plan is once fall comes, temperature kind of drops down. Really, once we get into the fall-winter time frame where I'm relying on my furnace for temperature control. Last winter didn't have any problems, kept the house a very nice, comfortable 66 degrees, which is, great temperature to keep stuff at. So that's the plan currently, is probably in the late fall, early winter time frame. We'll have a live stream and be setting up the new room. But yeah, this is what it's eventually going to look like. This cabinet, by the way, this shelving unit I got from a GameStop that was going out of business, so not 100% sure I'm going to be hanging on it yet, but we'll definitely have some stuff on there. And yeah, I'll just pass you back to the previous version of myself. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I'm definitely excited to get everything moved in. I think, as I mentioned in that video, or as I should mention when I go and film it, I'm going to be doing a live stream where we're moving everything in the new room, going to get some new shelves, kind of spread everything out a little bit. I have all of these framed items that are just sitting behind my filing cabinet that I can't wait to hang up. Some of them I don't even think you guys have seen. I also, on the other side of the room here, I have some photographs and things I need to get frames for, some larger panoramas. So that's going to be really fun as well. I'm also going to need more bookshelves. My bookshelves are completely overflowing, honestly. with reference books, history books, things like that. One of the other things I wanted to show you guys real quick is some of the analytics of the channel, because data is kind of interesting. So, channel got 1,589 views the past month. That's pretty standard. I generally, lately, probably for the past 6 months, it's been between like 1,500 a month. I will say there was this massive spike after the last death card video and the second to last death card video. I have no idea why, because my death card videos generally average like, 50 to 100 views, but death card number 33 grossed 403 views. And I have no idea why. I don't know if that's just the algorithm or what, because that was a pretty standard death card video. I don't think there was anything particularly different to that one than any of my other ones. As you can see, the last one I posted, there was like no change of viewership. So I don't know. Analytics are kind of weird sometimes. Also, as far as the audience data goes, plus 27 subscribers the past month. That's been pretty big. And going down here, about half my viewers are apparently from the U.S. currently, with the rest kind of scattered around the rest of the world. About 31% of you guys are subscribed, and age and gender, apparently you guys are 100% male, and the majority of you guys are between the ages of 55 to 64, with a good almost 20% over 65, and a good almost 30% between the ages of 45 and 54. That makes sense. Military collecting is generally a pretty male-dominated hobby, especially amongst, older guys. So that definitely tracks. That being said, I think the data is probably skewed, because I know a lot of people, myself included in my generation, don't put a lot of personal information onto our accounts to make that public for things like these. So there's probably a decent amount, especially from guys I've talked to on like Reddit and things like that, in this 18 to 24 and this 25 to 34 range, that just aren't showing up for some reason. And I know for a fact in the past that female viewership was around 10%. I don't know why that's completely dropped off. But, yeah, overall, I think that's pretty interesting stuff. So some kind of channel updates, of course, being at over 500 subscribers now. One of the things that means is when we get to 1,000, we're going to be up to the point where I could potentially monetize some of the videos. I know that's kind of a heated topic on channels, whether or not they should monetize. What I'm leaning to currently is that, if I can make a few dollars a month off the channel to put toward some extra death cards or shelving or whatever, I think that'd be great. I mean, YouTube could put ads on my video whether I monetize or not. Now, history content on YouTube generally doesn't get ads or revenue very often, but, like I said, even a couple dollars here and there would help. So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing with that. We'll see how that goes when we get there. It's taken, since 2017, it's taken us about 5 years to get to 500 subscribers. Now that seems to scale, so I'd imagine we'll probably be at 1,000, assuming that nothing really changes in the next 2 years or so. So I think that'll be pretty good. Also, big announcement, as I've mentioned earlier in the video, massive pile up of death cards, and I wanted to do something since we hit 500 subscribers here that I've had in the back of my mind for the past few years, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. We're going to be doing Sterbebild September. Now, Sterbebild, I'm pronouncing that horribly, I'm sure, but that's what death card's called in German. And I thought that having a month dedicated to death cards would be kind of neat. So the plan is that I'm going to be posting a death card video every day for September. I'm probably going to queue about a week's worth up on Sundays and, have them set to premiere throughout the week. And yeah, I just think that's going to be really neat. It'll help me get through some of my backlog, maybe convince me to give some more time to actually filming videos and also doing research and translating and things. But yeah, also, I think it'd be really neat, because I know that there's a few other people that are subscribed to me and watch these videos who also collect death cards. I think it would be really awesome if we maybe have, other people posting death card content in September as well, kind of boost that up. So there's going to be a hashtag on this video, hashtag Sterbebild September. And yeah, I'd say, yeah, if you want to make videos, tag them with that, and let's see how many death card videos we can get going on, because I think that would be just really, really awesome. Also on the docket, you probably noticed that YouTube Shorts have become very popular lately, and I've had friends kind of telling me that would probably be a good way to build the channel up if I started doing more of that Shorts kind of topics and things. So a thought that I had was maybe taking some of the older death card videos and making short versions of them to post on Shorts. get the channel out in front of more people, get more people in, get more interest in the hobby. I have mixed feelings about it because, sure, I could definitely cut down most of the death card videos to like under a minute. You know, just name, rank, cause of death, background information I found in my research, end. But for me, a lot of the fun in the death cards, you know, besides the actual military research, is translating the different, you know, prayers and sentiment of the family, doing a bit of that analysis. And obviously that gets lost when you cut it down to a minute because you just don't have time for it. So I'd be curious what your guys' thoughts are. Obviously, the original videos would still be up. I'd just be making shorter versions of them specifically for the shorts. Not sure how I feel about it, but I'd be curious what you guys think. And I think the last thing I want to talk about, of course, I'm filming this at the end of August. We got Max coming up in September. I am planning on going. I'm going to be out of state earlier in the week, so there is a very real possibility that I might miss my flight, or, you know, my flight might get delayed. I'm not going to miss my flight, but my flight might get delayed, in which case I might not be at Max, but we will see. I should be flying in Thursday to my parents' house, picking up my friends who are going with me this year, and then driving out Thursday night, staying at a hotel, and then Friday morning being at Max bright and early. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Alex will be joining us again from last year. He's the guy who bought the Model 1917 rifle. And my buddy Readout Productions will actually be joining us for his first Max. So that's going to be cool. So it'll be the three of us this year. And yeah, budget for Max this year, at least on my end, is going to be a bit tighter just because of the house. But I'm still planning on bringing enough money to get some photos, some death cards, and... Hey, it's a Humble Collector here. And yeah, I'm currently editing the video. It is 7:43 on August 29th. This will probably be up within the hour or so. But yeah, I realized that basically camera shut off randomly for some reason, turned it back on, and the last like 2 minutes I filmed was having audio issues. So I figured I'd refilm that now. I also realized that I forgot to do my toast for 500 subscribers. I was drinking some lovely absinthe while I was editing here. So cheers to 500 and to the next 500. Very good. Yeah, really the only last two things I want to touch on. Yeah, like I said, Max is going to be great. It's going to be a good year for military collecting. It's going to be a good year for the channel. I can feel that. I think the one item I realized I really hadn't talked about too much yet. A good chunk of my military budget has been going to items from the Russo-Ukrainian war that's currently ongoing. And I know that there's a bit of ethical debate on, you know, at what point is it acceptable to start collecting and preserving things. And, you know, I've seen some really interesting takes on that topic in the collecting community. I'm curious what you guys think. And, you know, if you're interested in seeing some of that stuff, I could definitely maybe do a video kind of walking through some of the items I've gotten in. Because I think it's pretty interesting. But yeah, overall, yeah, it's going to be a good year. I really appreciate all the support. You guys have no idea how much it means to me, you know, getting to respond to these comments and talking to people online. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, just thank you all for watching. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you guys. Thank you all for watching. Happy collecting, and I will see you all again very soon.